It's time for us to start talking about everything that happened at Survivor Series, and we're just going to group together all the pre-show stuff into one video here, or one segment, I should say, if you're listening to this on iTunes or Stitcher.
True,
So that
true.
includes the match between Fandango and Justin Gabriel, the match with Cesaro and Jack Swagger, and the return of Bad News Barrett. Now, I actually missed the Fandango and Justin Gabriel match entirely because I was assuming that they were only going to have one match, if any, since they didn't really announce any, and that they would start it at the normal time, which is usually quarter of or so. But lo and behold, about like 10 after, I got a message from Dace saying that they're starting with the first match or whatever, and I was just like, oh shit. So I can't really comment about the quality of the match. I did think that the Cesaro and Jack Swagger match that was pretty good, and I liked how they not only made sure that both of those guys were on the card, but they were able to tie it into the Survivor Series match that was going to come up later on by having Cesaro officially endorse Team Authority and Swagger re-initialize his idea of endorsing Team Cena. I also liked Bad News Barrett's return. I like how they teased the idea that he wasn't really necessarily 100% a heel, and he's kind of playing like the tweener side. Maybe they aren't sure where they're going to put him yet, or maybe they just wanted to, have the crowd be able to cheer for him a little bit now or something. I don't know. But I, for the most part, liked all three of these little segments. Of course, match quality for the Fandango thing, I'm not sure, but anything that gets Fandango back into the limelight and a little bit of a push sounds like a positive for me. So, what did you guys think about these different things we saw in the pre-show? Is this a good template that they should use for the pre-show from now on? Because I liked the idea that they crammed in more instead of just making it all the fucking recap. But is it too much? Some people thought that. What do you guys think, Peyton?
I didn't watch the pre-show, so I would be a bad judge to go onto it. But I could certainly encourage more matches on the show. I mean, I think it's awful we have an hour-long pre-show, and often we'll only get a minute and a half, 2-minute long match. I mean, the least you could at least give us a good length matchup. But I remember when they first started taking this kickoff more seriously. I believe it was a Shield Usos matchup they had, and it totally kicked ass. I think it was the match of the night, if I remember correctly. But lately, not so much.
What did you think if they started to do like an NXT match every time?
Sure.
Like get those people on the card more, and
Sure.
it doesn't really interfere with what their plans are for the pay-per-views, and everything's connected anyway. So why not like get the people to get to know these guys a little bit more?
Sure. Book it.
Cool. Wait, what
Actually,
did
I
you
have a
think of these three?
well. First, I actually have a problem with the idea of putting them on the pre-show. We've been conditioned to think that the pre-show means that you're not good enough to be on the main card, and I wouldn't. I know the NXT guys are developmental, but I just don't want that stigma attached to them, or stigmata. As far as match quality goes, the Fandango versus Justin Gabriel was a very average match. Nothing offensive, other than Justin Gabriel's fucking tights. So he's wearing these skeleton tights, and Michael Cole tries to go and sells it like, well, he's wearing skeleton tights because he's a daredevil. All right, I don't see the fucking cross between those, but whatever. So I was just more interested in listening to JBL rip the shit out of Justin Gabriel's tights for the most of the match. Jack Swagger versus Cesaro is awesome and one of the better matches of the night, and that's unfortunate based on the shit that we got on the main card, but we'll speak about that later. I'm starting to think that Cesaro is probably better off going down to NXT and just have that brand built around him, because as of right now, he's getting no love on the main roster. But I can see why they put Jack Swagger over, since they're trying to relight the feud between him and Rusev.
What do you think about Barrett's return?
It was okay. It was fun. Still got it, but yeah, I could have seen this on Raw.
That's true. Drew, what did you think of these three segments?
Did not watch the pre-show.
Not at all.
No, I forget what I was doing. I think I was coming home, and I didn't get back home till like 8:20, 8:30. So I just skipped the pre-show entirely, and I think I skipped the first segment of the night, which was the McMahon and Stephanie and them segment. So yeah, I didn't get in until halfway through the tag team match.
Am I the only fucker that watched this?
Well, my excuse was legitimate, so I don't know about.
Just don't worry. Just do what Miguel does and fucking comment on the match, even though he never saw it in the first place.
I think Kane has a chance, guys. Come on.
You had a chance in the pre-show, huh?
Yeah, he had a chance.
All right, guys. Well, per usual, tell us what you thought of these segments in the comments below. We're going to continue on the discussion in part 5 with the tag team championship match. Stardust Goldust defends the titles against 3 other tag teams. Who ends up coming out on top? You should know by now, but if not, go ahead, check out the next video.